What's up, you guys? Hudson here. In this video, I'm actually really excited to talk about the topic that's going around in CrossFit a lot right now, and that is, does CrossFit have a diversity issue? So instantly with this question, it's a loaded question. There's a lot to it. We're going to break down a lot of different things in here and explain a lot of different topics and perspective to consider, because even though you might be a gym owner, a gym coach, a gym member, and you strongly believe that your gym is an inclusive program, it's meant for anybody, no one is excluded, you don't kick anybody out, everyone that can come in here and be a part of your community, which is awesome. But are you naturally doing something that might not entice someone to come in as much and might not want them to be a part of your community, even though, on surface level, looking at it from the outside in, it looks nice, but we're going to dive into the different aspects that might prevent someone from wanting to join your gym that is a person of color. Now, the reason this question is going around a lot is because I believe it was Morning Chalk Up shared a 2019 CrossFit Games press conference with Dave Castro, where I don't know if it was him individually or CrossFit as a whole was asked, what are they going to do to bring more diversity to the games field? So, because it was funny, because when the question was asked, it was Dave Castro sitting next to like 6 white athletes, which obviously they earned that spot. Obviously they deserve to be there. Obviously they're the fittest on earth if they're sitting on that table. But in perspective to the population of America, it is very, very slim. And we're going to dissect a lot of different things in this video, so stick around to the end. I'm going to share my suggestions for things that can be done to help boost the amount of people that do CrossFit in general and hopefully bring more color to the game stage. And I want to hear your thoughts, so make sure you stick around to the very end, hear all the points before you either agree with me or yell at me in the comments. So, First thing I want to go over is you see me looking behind you a lot. It's because I have a whiteboard with all of my points that I want to make sure I hit and don't go on a huge tangent throughout this video. The first thing I want to talk about is the phrase diversity issue. And the reason I quote issue is because so many people, when they hear the word issue, they naturally kind of think issue means something that's bad, something that needs to get fixed. And again, if you're a gym that believes you're inclusive and anyone can come, I don't have to fix anything. I'm not doing anything to prevent people from coming in. But let's define the word issue and then dive into it deeper from there. So, definition of issue is an important topic or problem for debate or discussion. Now, let's first look at it as topic. Based off the population in America, which is 76% white, 18.3% Hispanic, 13.4% black, and 5.9% Asian, you should have, give or take, 7 to 15% black people based off of your region. Now, if you're a more predominantly white state, then obviously, yeah, you'll have more white people than you would any other race. But if it's drastically cut down, then why is that, and can that be fixed? Because that's a whole nother market that you could be tapping into to bring people in the door to get more people doing your gym or going to your gym, which is obviously a plus for the business aspect and bringing more money in for the owners and the coaches and things like that, and helping the gym expand and grow and get new equipment. But it's also beneficial for the community because we strongly believe as CrossFitters that CrossFit is a very powerful methodology and it can change people's lives. People lose a ton of weight, they learn how to actually move their body and actually not hurt themselves. It's such a has such a positive impact on individuals that why not get as many people as we can doing it. So people hear problem, we're inclusive. But here's the thing, we're not saying that you're pushing people away and you can't do it, but is there anything that you might be doing that's not drawing them in? That might just be drawing the Caucasian man or women to come in your door more than someone of color. And again, if that person's not coming in, they're not bringing in their friends of color, they're not bringing their families of color, they're not bringing in another demographic that can come in and help build that community up even bigger. So that's what I want really to, as we dive into this topic even further, to think about that kind of concept. You're not pushing them away, but you're not exactly drawing them in. So think about that. The second thing is, I want to talk about monoethnic. So the definition of monoethnic is the existence of a single ethnic group in a given region or country. It is the opposite of polyethnic. For example, China is the largest predominantly monoethnic country, with 91.6% of its population are Han Chinese. So just to give an example, country-wise, Chinese is very, very, very Chinese population-wise, whereas America, obviously there's a little more diversity in America itself because people have come to this country, in history, whether for many different reasons, and people kind of migrate here because there's a lot of different beliefs, a lot of different freedoms that people have here they might not have in other areas, and they might want to come here. They believe in the American dream, building a business, all that kind of stuff. That's besides the point. But if you have a gym that has 200 members and only 6 of them are black, you're drastically below the percentage of the American population. It's something I just wanted to point out really quick. The next thing I want to talk about is people feeling isolated. So the next thing we're going to really break down really quick is the cross-race effect. The cross-race effect is the tendency to more easily recognize faces that are most familiar. To give you guys an example of this, for me, I am half black, half white. So I grew up with half my family being black, half family being white. I grew up in a very predominantly white area, and I went to a predominantly white school. I actually just went to my yearbook right now, and I was looking at the pages, and it was like 5 to 11% of like each page that I was skimming through would have a black person on it. So I went to an even more predominantly white school than what the average of society is. So with that being said, from my perspective, I grew up around a lot of white people. My family was white. I consider myself to also be white because technically I am also white. Maybe I don't appeal that way, or appear that way, not appeal, appear that way. So when I joined the gym, I didn't see people and go, I don't see people of my skin color here. I saw what I've seen my entire life, which is predominantly white people. So that's something for me personally why it didn't fade me for joining a CrossFit gym, because I didn't see it that way. Whereas if you're someone that comes from an all black family, maybe you're second generation, your parents came from Africa and they came to America, and you literally all you know is like African heritage and things that aren't as common in America. It's a definitely different feel when you go home and you see all these different things from what you see outside. Now, that can also be applied to when you see people's faces. If you are from Africa and you have been from Africa most of your life, and you go to visit and your family's there, and most of the people you've been around have been African American, then when you go to different schools, when you go to different stores and restaurants, things like that, and you don't see a lot of people like you notice that. You can feel that. And when you go to now a gym where everyone's really talkative and friendly, they already have like a community, it's like you now coming into a whole new family and you don't see people like you. When you think of family, if you're someone, whether you're not even African American, whether you be someone that's Hispanic and you have a very Hispanic family, maybe you're second or third generation Hispanic and you have all your family members around and you see a lot of people like you, when you go to a place that's predominantly not you notice that, you feel that. It kind of has these psychological effects on you where you are naturally on the defensive and you're not as comfortable. So that's a key thing to point out. With that being said, just because someone is friendly and someone is nice doesn't mean that you always just let yourself out to them, because it's different. Just because you've driven a car your entire life and you know what a car looks like, if you got behind a NASCAR or you got behind a semi-truck, it's going to feel different. It's going to be unsettling. It's going to take time to get used to. So I've talked to several different African American men and women recently, and they've reached out and they said, yeah, when I joined my gym, it took me a while to get comfortable. It took me a while to kind of open up to people more and be as accepting and get to have these other deeper conversations versus just, hey, are you using that plate? Can I borrow that plate over there? So it's not just, they sign up and okay, now I'm part of this family. It takes time getting used to. So with that being said, I have some ideas for what people can do to be more inclusive and show that they are inclusive to other people outside their gym, to hopefully bring more people inside the gym. And I also want to hear your ideas down below. So the first idea I have is be more conscious on your social media. So let's go back to that example I gave earlier. Let's say you have 200 members at your gym and 5 of them are black. And maybe you have a coach take pictures every now and then when they're coaching for the social media. Maybe you have someone else come in and actually take photos, and you aren't getting a lot of photos of the African Americans in your gym. Now, I'm not saying go and call them up and say, hey, blank, can you, what time you come to the gym, I want to have my photographer here ready to get a picture of you. But just be mindful of those things. And if you realize out of the 30 pictures you've posted, there's only one black person in there, it's putting off this feel that, not that your gym's racist, it doesn't accept black people, but black people don't typically go there, so black people aren't going to typically go there. Then you might have people like me that don't really see it that way, that might not be as afraid or timid to go and join your gym, which is awesome. And you'll have those small, very small percentages of black people or Hispanic people or Asian people in your gym. But what are you doing to help show that you have a full, like a truly diverse community, and you are totally accepting of increasing that diversity and allowing truly anybody to come to your gym? Because again, you're not pushing people away, but you're not exactly drawing them in. The second idea that I had was go out of your way to become friends. If you see someone, and it's hard because maybe you don't think this way, you don't actually go and look at that person and go, oh, that's a black person, and that person's different than I am, or that's an Asian person, that person's different than I am, but naturally go out of your way to be more friendly to every single person that comes to your gym that's new. You don't have to go and make it a race thing and, oh, that person's black, I have to go out of my way to do it. Just do it to everybody so they instantly become more comfortable with themselves and comfortable with the gym and want to maybe consider joining. They instantly have a friend that they can communicate and talk to. So that way it eases that nerve and allows them to hopefully have the desire to stay. So the reason I bring that up is because it's very common, someone drops in or someone wants to try out a class and they go to your gym, but then you have kind of like, the three friends that always hang out and kind of talk over here on their own. You might have the shy guy over here who doesn't really talk to anybody. You have people that are doing their own thing and they've been in the gym for a while and they kind of have their own systems in place. But say, go interrupt that group of three and say, hey guys, this is blank. It's a new member who wants to drop in, try it out. During the class, show them how we do things here. Things like that can go a really long way and show people that, hey, we are inclusive here. It doesn't matter what the color of your skin is because we want everyone in here. We are truly inclusive. Now, the last thing that I had, which is kind of like, I don't want to say it's a stretch, but can just be beneficial for the gym as a whole and just allow for more people to come into your gym and hopefully bring people that have a different background and truly tap into a different market they might not be tapping into right now. And that is Bring a Friend Week. This could be a Bring a Friend day, it could be Bring a Friend for 3 days, Bring a Friend for 2 weeks, whatever you want to do. Obviously, don't do it till you go broke. But Bring a Friend for a week can allow the opportunity for someone that might not feel as comfortable going to their gym because of maybe their race, maybe their religion, maybe their sexual preference, whatever it is, to go and say, okay, cool, I can bring my friend, which I am very comfortable with, because then obviously when we're around a friend, we naturally become more relaxed, become more ourselves. It just instantly kind of boosts everyone's morale in the gym, boosts everyone's excitement and everyone's comfortability inside the gym, and can help that newer person, maybe a color, maybe of different religion, whatever, sign up for that gym as well, and then want to bring in their friends and more friends. Next thing you know, you have a larger diverse group. So those are my ideas. Let me know yours if you guys have anything else that you might do at your gym that allows you to have a larger diverse group of people. But obviously, again, one thing I want to finish off with is that based off of your area, it's going to depend. You might have only black people and Hispanics in your gym. You might have, and no white people. It could be all over the place. But obviously, there's a percentage of people in America based off of their race. And if you have a drastically different percentage of that, you're not tapping a different market. You're not helping more people in your community. You're not helping your business grow. So it's lose-lose situation, in my opinion. So I want to know your opinion. Share your thoughts down below. If you have anything to agree or disagree with me, I'd also like to hear that as well. Just keep it friendly. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that like button and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys in the next video.